there, my name is HW, and I'm back. That was the craziest month of my life, but I know you guys haven't heard from me for a little bit, but I'll tell you what's going on. And but first, HW has returned. This has probably been the quietest month in Tone Junkie history. And if you keep up with the YouTube channel or you watch Tone Junkie videos, you saw that I was quarantined in California. My family had gotten COVID, and I was excited. I had ordered a Kemper from British Audio. Props to British Audio for sending me that Kemper. And you even saw I put out a little video. And what you can't see is I'm not feeling that great in that video. But the month started like this. It's just insane. We got a call about my wife's dad, my father-in-law, and from hospice, and they said my father-in-law had been fighting cancer for a long time, and he was nearing the end of his fight. And hospice said, if you want to see him, come out here. We did want to see him, and you know, we wanted to be careful about traveling around, you know, the holidays with COVID and everything. But, you know, you got one chance left to see somebody. And so we went. We got out there, and my wife, she immediately went to go see her dad. And then the night of like our first full day there, she got sick. And we all had to quarantine in California for 2 weeks. It took a while to run through our family. And in that process of it going through her family, my dad was exposed to her. A bunch of people were exposed to her. Everyone had to quarantine. Everyone was okay except my dad. And my dad's condition got really serious. And I had to bring him to the hospital. And they kept him a little while. And then they sent him home. And then a couple days later, he was looking even worse. And I brought him to the hospital again. You know, I was sick, but I was going over there and trying to care for him because, you know, I had it already. And everybody else, no one could really go help him because they didn't want to get COVID. I brought him to the hospital. He was admitted to the ICU there, and over the next few days, my dad's condition just got really bad. My dad was critically ill with COVID. He still is critically ill with COVID. He went on a ventilator, but he came off. And so he's still got a feeding tube, and he's still on a good amount of oxygen, but for 4 days, my dad was, you know, we couldn't see him, but I dropped him off at the hospital there. I could talk to him for a couple days, but as his condition got worse, he ended up on a ventilator for 4 days, fully sedated and paralyzed. I don't know if you know this, but they hang them, they put them upside down. Their feet are above their head, and they go on the ventilator, and they're upside down. It's very uncomfortable. He was completely out for 4 days, and we were just praying he came off. And thank you everybody who was praying. I know a lot of people saw my Facebook posts about it on my personal Facebook. I may have said something on a Tone Junkie post about it. I really thought we were going to lose my dad. And he has a business. I was out there once I got out of quarantine, I've been trying to figure out how to do his payroll so that his employees keep getting paid. My dad had some passwords in his head. He tried to give me some info before he went under, but it was a quick sort of decline. But listen, those prayers were answered. My dad is, he still has pneumonia and COVID. He's in the ICU step down. He's still very, very sick. He's still a serious condition, but my dad he actually pulled his own ventilator out of his mouth. They don't really, you know, he woke up and he was just confused. He pulled it out and he started pulling stuff. They ran in and stopped him, but it was such good news that he woke up. He just had his first little bit of food. He's gonna, you know, listen, he'll have to learn some things again. It really knocks you out. But my dad is alive. He's getting better. And they're talking about him even getting out of the ICU in a couple days. He's just got to get his oxygen out. Anyway, I have so much to be thankful for, even though I just had the worst month of my life. I shouldn't say the worst, the toughest month of my life, because, you know, I was thinking all about this and I realized, I got to tell you, not being able to do Tone Junkie, doing releases and everything for like a month, I would tell you a month ago that would have been my worst nightmare. But you know, I have a lot to be thankful for. In this past month, I've realized something. If you had told me a month ago something's going to happen to you and you're not going to be able to really do Tone Junkie stuff for a month, I would have said, impossible, I'll fight through it. But man, COVID just, I felt like I'd been hit by a truck. I was so tired, I could hardly get out of bed. You didn't see videos and stuff because I couldn't finish anything. It was so difficult. I was really trying my best to just get sales up, and that's why we had so many flash sales and stuff. But man, what I realized this month was it could have been my kids. We could have lost my dad. We could have lost my kids. I mean, crippling things, you know, were going through my mind this month. And even though we did lose my father-in-law, and even though, you know, the whole point of the trip was to go out there and see him, and my wife ended up infecting, you know, people in our family, and then they had to go and they missed the funeral and stuff because then they couldn't travel back. It was tough, but you know what? My wife did get to see her dad, you know, for the last day, or a little more than that. And you know what? My kids, mostly asymptomatic. They didn't end up getting very sick. Nobody else ended up in the hospital, and my dad is going to pull through. And the amount of like love that I ended up getting, I had people messaging me, and you know who you are, and people just saying, hey, I know you have to get an Airbnb for 2 weeks. Can I help you out? Like monetarily. And that meant so much to me. I mean, I didn't have to take anybody up on that. But man, that just, it means the world to me, the amount of messages and stuff I got. And where we stand right now, I am completely just sober-minded with a real clarity about what is important in the world. And I'm thankful that in challenging times, you really can develop a better just outlook, you know? When you realize that what you really care about is the list of 5 to 7 people in your life whom if you lost them, it would be the most painful thing. Your kids, your spouse, your best friend, your parents, you know? When you realize that's really what matters, the worries about, did I make enough videos this month? Am I doing enough? What's gonna happen with Tesla stock? Like, those things go away. And you can be thankful that even though my dad was in the hospital, I'm looking at my kids going, like, praise the Lord. Just thank you so much that I am not experiencing like one of my kids going through this and battling something big, you know? I don't know. This is a guitar channel, but that's where I'm at. So here's what's next for Tone Junkie. Here's what we've been, here's what we're up to. This put us way behind schedule, way behind schedule. And I don't want to fall behind schedule. I don't want to let COVID take a month of releases away. I don't want to let it stop HW from profiling the world. So here's what's going to happen. We're going to accelerate the schedule a little bit. I had some packs I was working on before I left, the Princeton pack, the new match packs. Those are all going to be coming out right before Christmas. And then I had a Christmas gift for you guys that I was going to release, and it was going to be this great thing, and I was already working on it. It's going to take me a little bit to finish it up, but I'm just going to have to put it out after Christmas. You know what I'm saying? We'll still be in the Christmas season. We'll still be in the Christmas spirit, and there's some updated profiles I want to give you guys, some things I want to revisit and offer to everybody who bought some of those packs, give a little updates out there. And I'm super excited for that. I hope you're excited. HW has returned, and we are back to our normal schedule program. And so this evening, you can look on the side. You'll probably get an email or something. We'll have a little Return of HW flash sale. And then I want to stop all these, holiday flash sale. We'll have some stocking stuffer Christmas codes and stuff, blah, blah, blah. I want to get back to just like Scottie Pippen, like Michael Jordan. You can tell I've been watching The Last Dance. Just throwing up the jump shots and the three-pointer. Just profile pack, three-pointer, profile pack, IR pack, helix thing, quad core. Oh, that's right. That's right. Also, when I got back, I remembered that I bought this guitar, completely forgot about it because everything was happening. And I came back to this beautiful pink Sir, and it is fabulous. I'm going to do a video on this, comparing it to the silver one, because it actually sounds better, and I'm not sure if it's the strings, and I'm not sure if it's the saddles, but we're going to have to find out. I want to know what people actually think about it. So, I've been HW. You've been watching Tone Junkie TV. Check out this guitar.